Hey beautiful people, I am Sierra from The Written Library and welcome to my channel. On this channel I talk about books, my writing process, and just creating magical worlds and delving into magical worlds. So this video is going to be a little bit unorthodox. I just had an idea out of the whim to just put on some makeup at 7:26 p.m. on a Sunday night, to just put on makeup, talk about books, do a little bit of a rant, and just is what I'm gonna do. And I also just wanted to put out my shirt. It says Supernatural. It's the Supernatural guys, but they're dressed as Ghostbusters. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. First off, I know my skin looks terrible. We're not gonna go to that much detail of it, but I do not have any cleansing pads, so I'm just gonna put some toner on my face because it's been a long day. Excuse me for using toilet paper, but you gotta use what you gotta use, right? Cleanse the face a little bit. And I just wanted to do this video just to talk about books. Not even books. Talk about things that I've been thinking about for a while now. Just a little bit of a rant in my head that I feel like could actually make for a pretty decent video. So I'm just putting it out there. If it reaches the people that are interested in rants and putting on makeup when you have zero makeup skills, then this is the video for you. So my options were to fold my laundry, read some of the book that I said I was going to read, and I chose neither. So this is what we're doing. I'm just putting on some primer to try to conceal some of this terrible hyperpigmentation, but we'll see if it even lasts. First of all, I have zero makeup skills. None. Zero zilch. The best thing I could do is eyebrows. I've done my eyebrows. I've done my friend's eyebrows before, but that's literally the extent of my makeup abilities. Like, I can barely even blend my own freaking foundation, to be quite honest, but whatever. So just gonna start off with that and put on some foundation and start talking about just different things. I have a little bit of a list. It might get a little crazy, so just be prepared. All right. Why am I twisting it? Just pull. Oh my God. Thank you. Jesus Christ. So I'm just gonna start putting on some foundation. And the first topic I have is fantasy books. I don't even know if any of these foundations still match because I am a teacher and I don't wear makeup because what's the freaking point when you're chasing 3-year-olds around the freaking room? But yeah, fantasy books. So my first thing is, why fairies and fae? I truly don't have an interest in fairies and fae. I tried to read one. I think it was Spindlefire. And as soon as I read fairies, I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna go for me because I haven't read a book with fairies and fae before. But the whole idea of it kind of made me, like, I won't say cringe, but just made me feel very uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know about this aspect of fucking fantasy. And also vampires and werewolves, really? I mean, I guess not everybody is traumatized from Twilight, just me. So I really don't have any interest in anything vampires or werewolves in books. So I'm not gonna be reading any of those. So Allie Hazelwood's Bride, yeah, not for me. I'm not reading any books with werewolves, with alpha, beta wolves who can sense their mates. I don't know what's in that realm of books, to be quite honest, and I do not want to venture into it. But those who love it, hey, you do you. It's just not for me. But another little thought I had after reading Blood at the Root, which made me cry, obviously, was, where are the black fantasy books at? Maybe I just I'm not good at finding them. So clearly I need to find more, but like, where are they at? Like, where are the black people who can do magic? Where are the black witches? Like, where are books that are, I mean, I think it's like The Witching, the year of the witching. I haven't gone around finishing it, but I know I have that book, and it's in my summer reading pile. Let's see if I get to it, to be quite honest. There's quite a few books in that list, but I know there's that one. There has to be plenty more. I have Children of Blood and Bone. It's in my summer pile list too, so hopefully I can get to that eventually. I think it's going to be my next book after reading The Darling Girls, which is what I'm currently reading. Also, last thing about fantasy books, why are they so freaking long? Like, why does Sarah J Maas need 10 books with the same freaking characters? Why are they 500 pages long? I'm not understanding that. Oh, what is this? Contour? I haven't done contour in years. I tried, failed miserably. I'm probably doing this completely wrong, but we're just playing in makeup today. I just have different products. I don't even know half of this stuff. And I don't even know how to display them. Not that anybody probably uses this stuff, because makeup brands come and go so much. There's always something new out, and I just don't keep track of any of it. I don't have the bandwidth to at all. But yeah, why are fantasy books so long? I want to understand why. Like, what is it filled with? Like, should there have been some trimming down? Because I've heard from some readers, especially from Sarah J Maas readers, that some parts could have been dwindled down a bit. Maybe that's just, I don't know. I don't know what the appeal is. I don't understand it. I don't know if I want to understand it. But yeah, that's just the first part. Next part is talking about the romance genre. Dear God. I've done you. Okay, maybe I have more skills than just doing eyebrows. Maybe just a little bit. Ooh. Oh yeah, romance. I just don't understand why every freaking love interest has to give a character a freaking nickname. And they'll be like the ugliest nicknames too. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand it. It's just, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm jaded. I don't know why. And I'm in a relationship. I just don't do nicknames. I don't like it. I don't like it in my books. So when I read it, it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. The only few times I have read it and they have been fine were by like the very few authors that I actually like. So they get a pass, obviously. But for the most part, I just don't rock with it. Also, one of the books I recently read last month, I think it was Twisted Love. Yeah, it was Twisted Love, because Twisted Games is up there. Why was the drama better than the romance? Like, all of the thrilling drama, like the whole like twists and turns, that could have been a really cool like thriller novel with no romance in it, and it could have been fucking fantastic for me. But no, there was romance involved, and so that kind of like hindered the entire experience. Also, it's just a weird feeling I get with reading romance. I haven't before. I read a lot of romance books. Like, I read like Yinka, Where's Your Husband? One of my favorite books is back here. I turned the books that I read. That's why they look like that. But I read Yinka, Where's Your Husband? Get a Life, Chloe Brown. All of the Brown sisters. I read all the books. Oh, there's another one. I think I read The Dating Plan. I think it's called The Dating Plan. Crosstalk. Even that, I read Crosstalk, and that's a romance, and it was just way too long. I think it was, which one was it? Want to Watch, another romance. So I've read romance before. I've had pretty good experiences with romance, but now I just don't connect with it anymore as somebody in a relationship. Let me know if that makes any sense. To me, it doesn't make any sense, but here we are. But that's just my feeling of it with romance, and just, I only have 3 authors that I like that are in romance. Well, 2 of them are more smut writers than anything. But granted, there's a lot of romance in it, and that's J.L. Seegers, Talia Hibbert, and Alexandria House. Like, that's it. That's all I have the energy for with romance, is if they write it. No one else can write it. Maybe it's because I just want to make a black love story. And even then, and Chloe Brown gets with Red, who was a white guy. I think it was the second sister. She ends up dating, not an Indian man. I don't know. But there are, like, interracial relationships. I just don't know. I don't know what it is. But me and romance are not getting along anymore. I don't know what it is. But I'm definitely very, 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 very into thriller. I want to get into horror. I already love horror movies, so why have I never read a horror book? Something's wrong with me. Which one should I do? Space Case. Venice Fling. Ooh, this one has pretty colors. Nomad. I've had this one forever. I don't want to do that one. Or maybe Wildflower. We'll see. We'll play around and see. But yeah, just romance in general is just not hitting it for me anymore. I don't know, maybe it's the style, the highly commercialized version of the romance. Maybe it's the cover art that's not getting me either. Like, I know there's a huge conversation of smut books having the cartoon design on it, and it's getting very confusing for younger readers. Maybe there's some element of that that's just like, I don't know. Maybe that's what's it. It's just the whole, like, dichotomy of it. Just the whole situation of it being so hard to distinguish what is what. God, I am blind. I don't know why I take off my glasses to try to do eyeshadow. But here I am trying to do that. Let's see if I can even do that. What's next? I don't even know what's next. Hold, please. All right. Next part is, oh God. What is the best way to being a published author as a minority? Because I follow the Melanin Library and I listen to the podcast on YouTube, listen to the discussions with different authors that Chelsea brings on to the show. And there's always, I hear a lot of issues about traditional publishing as a minority. Like, it feels like it's nearly impossible. It's insane to even, like, try to, like, actually be treated fairly for the books that you freaking write. They're the ones that signed you, so they should be treating you a lot better. But hey, it's America. So yeah, as a writer myself, I am always contemplating that. I did do a writing retreat like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it was online. A writing conference, not a writing retreat. Writing conference online like 2 years ago. And just got a lot of like tips and tricks of like writing a query letter, how to write a blurb, getting some feedback on the first page of your book if you submitted it, and just really connecting with other authors and publishers. Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. Ooh, Jesus Christ, that pimple. Yeah. That sounds like a later problem for me. But yeah, it just seems like it's hard to navigate the publishing space as a writer, because there's going to be struggles in both areas, but it seems to be a lot of struggle in traditional publishing for Black authors. It just seems like there's a lot of struggle in it. So I've been contemplating of doing like independent, becoming an indie author. I do have one book on Kindle, and the other one is on Kindle Vella. I post chapters whenever I can remember to. I'm gonna try to get a schedule of like posting like twice a week, 2-3 times a week, spinning up like 2 chapters at a time. So if you're interested in either Leo and Dahlia, that is on Kindle Vella, and my other book, The Memories I Hold, is on Kindle. Yeah, I'm terrible at this. I just wanted to play with my makeup anyway, so. Ooh, maybe a little hit of gold. I probably need to do another brush for that. And I'm not good with brushes either. I don't know what does what. I just play around whenever I feel like it. And today is the day for that. Interesting. But yeah, I'm just like trying to figure out like how to do that, how to budget for it, because I'm also in school, so there's also that. I'm just like, when would be the best time to really become an indie author? Should I get an LLC? Do I have to get an LLC? Do I just have to get like an ISBN? Do I have to just do the paperwork to, I forgot the word, to have the work in my name? I did it with Memories I Hold, but I just forgot the word for it. But do I just have to do that? Should I do an LLC? Should I do a freaking website? Should I do a link tree? So there's just a lot of thoughts into that. If I want to do it that way, especially because I want to tap into different genres. And I feel like watching the videos and hearing the discussions, like if you want to venture more into different genres, it'll be best to become an indie publisher, because there's such a hard, hard way to distinguish yourself in the traditional sense. If you're trying to branch off into different genres, it gets a little bit harder to distinguish yourself and just distinguish your voice as well too. If readers are so used to you writing in a certain genre, that type of thing. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Next up is opposing hobbies. I think that there are a few people that do struggle with this, or, just, I don't want to say struggle. I just want to say kind of like they have to balance their different hobbies because they're so vastly different. Like for me, I'm into reading. I write. I'm also into witchcraft. I'm also into spirituality. I don't think all 3 of those technically go together in a way that I think that they should, so they're vastly different. But obviously there are books of spirituality and stuff like that, and writing a book in spirituality and connecting with other people within the realm of witchcraft as well too. But it just feels like the hobbies are just so very, very different. So very different. So it just makes me wonder of just like other people's hobbies. Like, do you guys have various hobbies that just clash, that don't really meld together that not correctly, but just don't mesh well? So it's kind of like you have to do different things during the day, where it's like, oh yeah, I want to crochet this day, but the next day I want to do kickboxing. Like, do you have to like spread it out like that? Do you have to set up like different times to do it? Do you do any of them at all? Do you remember to do any of them at all? Because I struggle with that. So there's just always that, I feel like there's that added element to it of just trying to, I don't even know, just like, okay, I lost my train of thought. Various hobbies, that's all I'm saying. It doesn't look terrible, but it could be a lot better. So hey, here we are. We're working with the bait. We're working with what we know, which is not that much. If I can do a winged eyeliner, that'll be a freaking miracle. And just the last one, going back to romance. Your book boyfriend is not widely known by everybody. I swear to God, if I see one more post on Instagram about Ryzan and a whole bunch of other book boyfriends, especially in the fantasy community, in other romance, I don't know your book boyfriend. I don't know him. I don't know him. You don't know mine, which is completely fine. You don't need to know Dominic Alexander. He's mine. That's the whole point. But it's not well known to everybody of all of these book boyfriends, because there are so many freaking romance books that it's a little bit overwhelming. Okay, there's too many book boyfriends. We need to like narrow it down to like a good like 4. Sometimes that's what I feel like. But this is probably god awful. Hey. This is what I get for trying to do makeup. Trying to play in makeup. My stuff is just dry, okay? I probably had this for like a good 3 years. Just saying. Now everything's gonna be a win. Thank God I wear glasses, because Jesus Christ. This can never look good. I'm just gonna cover a little bit with some freaking foundation, because god awful. Where did my freaking maquillage go? There we go. Something. Eyebrows. That too. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I feel like my eyebrow skills have lacked since the last time I actually did my eyebrows, which is approximately like 3 years ago. Do I want to do a bold color? Let's just go with this one. Oh, that's nice. I don't even remember this one. Oh my god. This just goes to show I don't wear makeup. All that often. Maybe a little hint of pink lips with some lip gloss from K Beauty. When the founder she was a student success coach at the job I was at, we were under the same school. Were you under the same school? No, not under the same school. Under the same branch, same community with our 2 team leaders. She was at a different school, but she has lip gloss on Etsy. I think she still has it up there. It's K Beauty by Kenosha. You can find her on Etsy. Her stuff is so good. It's so soft. Oh gosh, this is good. Okay, yeah, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Ooh, wait. Is that weird to do lip gloss as a blush? We're gonna do it. It's like a little tint. Nope, don't work like that. It just gets a little glossy. Oh, it does like heighten up the cheeks a little bit. I'm just playing around. None of this is gonna make any sense anyway. Any makeup gurus, if there are any makeup gurus left, for anybody who knows more about makeup, knows whatever I'm doing is completely wrong, but I'm having fun. But yeah, that's just my rant video. Yeah, if you like this little kind of unhinged stuff, I can't even find the right word. If you like this unhinged content, there we go. Then you can like, comment. If you want to share, you can share. If you want to add more of your own like little rantings, you can add them in the comments below of things that kind of irk you too. Maybe it's the book community, maybe it's just life in general, maybe someone just irritated you and you want to air it out. You can put it in the comments. So yeah, until next time, bye.